I want to put together one binder in 48 hours.
So I sat down and started flicking through the rest of the binders they had available and wasn't really finding anything. It's actually starting to get really late, but the mission must continue. When you're down to the last few cards, this is where it starts to get tough. I started to realise I think I was about to fail the challenge.
I have been inspired by my friend Deep Pocket Monster, aka Pat Flynn. I'm gonna give myself a bit of an easy start. I want to put together one binder in 48 hours. I'm gonna do something with a little bit of a twist.
Now, that twist is I'm going to be putting a trainer gallery binder 1 through 30. However, it can be from any set because like I said, guys, it's my first time. So I'm going to go kind of easy on myself. We went to this shop, which I had never heard of and never been to before. This is somewhere that I saw and thought it looked like a Pokemon collector's dream. They had singles, they had product, they had binders. So I thought, come on, it's got to have some good stuff. So I thought the very best place to start first was sitting down and looking through the singles binders. A lot of them were fairly reasonable, sort of $4 to $10. So I thought surely there's got to be some trainer galleries in here. And I was not wrong. We were starting off with the Vaporeon TG02 from the Brilliant Stars trainer gallery. And then within about 15 seconds after that, we find the Jolteon as well. So I felt fairly confident at this point. And then I was also kind of concerned, was I going to do this too quickly? So I sat down and started flicking through the rest of the binders they had available and wasn't really finding anything. I found a couple of duplicates, but nothing else that I needed. So like I said, we're on 2 cards so far. And then I spotted this really cool wall with the Bear Walker board. So I just had to show you guys that. Anyway, as I was about to sit down and look through some more binders, I realized I had one major problem. I didn't have a binder to put any of the cards in. Now, Pat, I know that is
bad binder behavior.
Give me a break, it's my first go. So I found this really cute Pikachu binder and then I took it back to the table and I was ready to go. Now, I did not realize how many cards I would find literally flicking through this one binder. I got started, I found one, I thought, okay, look, we're on 3 cards now, we're off to a good start, starting to warm up, and then all of a sudden it was back to back. It was like double whammers, triple whammers, but I don't even know what the actual number would be. It was a lot of whammers. We were getting the characters, we were getting full art trainers, and I felt really positive. So we switched that binder out and I stepped it up. I went to the $5 to $7 binder because don't forget, guys, some of these trainer gallery cards can actually be quite expensive. Dean needed something from that one, so we were kind enough to hand it to him. Luckily, it wasn't trainer gallery. And again, I was hitting the jackpot. Trainer gallery after trainer gallery. I don't know why at this point I didn't start putting them in the binder.
Bad binder behavior.
So I laid them all out just to see where we were, and progress was starting to come along nicely. I was actually starting to think again, was I going to complete this entire binder in this one shop? But no, it is never that easy. So after flicking through all the binders, I realized there was a cabinet at the front of the store with lots of singles in that I hadn't actually looked at yet. These were definitely the more expensive singles, and as I said earlier, some trainer galleries can actually be quite expensive, and already I was starting to spot some cards that I didn't have and could possibly need. They also had some really nice Crown Zenith in here, but that's going to have to be another binder challenge for another binder video because 2 in 1 could be the end of my binder challenge video career. I managed to pick out some good ones. We got the Blissey V, we got the Friends in Galar, and as you can see, $12, $18, a little bit more expensive, so had to branch out. I also picked myself up 3 AR7s because I couldn't help myself. The butler then spotted me in the wild flicking through a pile of singles that I'd also found on the side, and again started to pull out some goodies in there and slowly but surely started to fill a few more gaps. Still hadn't got around to put them in the binder yet.
Bad binder behavior.
So after grabbing some goodies, we had 5 cards left. And then we met Hunter. Massive shout out Hunter. He had recently pulled the Umbreon VMAX and a Rayquaza VMAX from Evolving Skies, which was insane. Hunter, thank you so much for letting me show that to the channel. Okay, I decided to also pick up some sealed products because I thought at least if I don't complete this by buying all the singles, maybe I can open some packs and we can get some hits. So After we spent hours in that shop, we jumped in the car and we found another spot. As you can see, it was actually starting to get really, really late, but the mission must continue. And while I was here, this binder spotted my eye, and there were 2 cards, the Articuno V, which is a beautiful card, can I say, and the Blaziken VMAX, both of which I needed. Also, look at the miscut on that Gardevoir. That was insane. We jumped in the car again and we had one more spot to hit. Now, unfortunately, in this shop, there wasn't anything I was looking for. However, while the butler and Dean decided to buy a few bits, I decided to sit down and actually start putting the cards in the binder so I could clearly see where I was. And here it is, all starting to come together. And what I love is it just looks so good. And the fact it's a mix of trainer galleries from all the different sets is even better. So by the time I had finished that, we needed 3 cards. I was feeling positive. Day 1, you could see the excitement in my face there. So we got in the car, we were ready to head home. But before we did that, we had to check in with Pokemon Go because, guys, I'm not going to lie to you. The Pokemon Go has been going, and watch this space. Pogo content coming soon. Day 2. Now, bear in mind, I'm giving myself 48 hours for this challenge. Did I mention that at the beginning? I don't know if I did. So, we headed to Randy's Sports Cards. Now, Randy's is a place that I regularly visit when I'm in town. He is mainly a sports card shop, but he does have a sneaky little selection of Pokemon cards. I just had to show you guys the store because there is so many cool items, so many cards, so much memorabilia. And then at the back here is the goods. I found the sealed Pokemon product. Now, I realized I didn't actually want to buy any more sealed product and open any more up. However, I also spotted the singles, and if you look very quickly, you can probably see a couple of trainer galleries in there. So after looking through the cabinet, I found another bunch of loose singles on the side, had a little flick through, and I hit the jackpot. We found the gold Mew VMAX, and I needed it to fill a gap in the binder. So I picked up a bunch of other singles for a few other things, and then we were down to 2 cards. You know the drill. Quick pogo in the car. Honestly, I think I leveled up 6 levels on the trip, so I was doing very well. Anyway, back to the binder challenge. We then hit Quakertown Farmers Market, another regular spot that I normally go to when I'm in town. Now, again, they had so many singles in the Pokemon shop in here, but unfortunately, none of them that I needed. When you're down to the last few cards, this is where it starts to get tough because you will start finding that you're coming across duplicates and the cards you actually need are nowhere to be seen. But do not fear, we had one more stop off, Alternate Universe, and in the cabinet, I spotted B, another gap that I needed to fill in the binder. But guys, I started to realise I think I was about to fail the challenge until the butler surprised me with the last card, and there it was, complete.